Hey, my friend, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you want to umpire some baseball with us. My name is Mark, and I assign umpires for several parks around Tulsa. And I just want to kind of, with this video, give kind of a culture for how we do what we do. I want to start by saying that my role, I have two different sides of my role. One is to serve the league and the league officials and tournament directors, and the other part of my role is to serve umpires. Now, my relationship with you as an umpire, I don't see it that you work for me. I'm working for you. I'm kind of like your agent, helping you find games to go umpire and make yourself some money. And but what I see that we do together is we're all serving the community. You and I together, we are serving the community with what we're doing. So I'm looking for, briefly, three things I want to talk about. Number one, I'm looking for guys that are good partners. Being a good umpire probably happens over the course of time, but I'm really more interested in guys that are good partners before good umpires. Because when I send guys to umpire, I want them to have the best possible experience, the best possible experience. So we know what can happen out there sometimes, but if you have a good partner, it means so much. So being a good partner, what does that look like? First of all, you contact your partner the day before, or at least a number of hours before you have your games. Good partners do that. You don't leave your partner wondering if you even exist. You know, when you show up at the ballpark, it sure makes it easier if you know where your partner is parked, who's going to umpire behind the plate first, what colors are we wearing. It just gives you so much peace of mind. And so contacting your partner beforehand is absolutely essential to being a good partner. Now, good partners also understand that when you're in the game, you have one friend. It's the other guy umpiring with you. That's your only friend that you've got. Everyone else is there, and they may smile at you for a moment, but wait till you call their son out at second base. They won't be smiling anymore. You got one friend. If you chat between innings for a few seconds, that's okay, but chat with your partner. Some guys like to wander around and talk to everyone but their partner. Who's your partner going to talk to? And so it's really good etiquette and good partnership that between innings, it's you and your partner. And second thing I want to talk about is in our culture, we take care of the park personnel. Now, you and I carry a heavy load when we go out there and umpire. There's a lot of responsibility. Sometimes we're dealing with extreme heat or extreme cold. Sometimes we're dealing with extreme poor behavior from people. Sometimes there's a lot of pressure. But the people who run the park and the field workers, the concession workers, they do a ton of work as well. It's really important that for us that we respect them and that we're kind and polite with them at all times. And sometimes they're having a bad day. Maybe they'll say something. To the best of our ability as umpires, we're going to honor and respect everyone who helps make that tournament happen. Sometimes before we even step on the field, there are people who have done hours and hours of work just to get the field ready so we can get out there and umpire some games, and by the way, get paid pretty good money for it. And so that's really important to us. The concession stand workers, those people get up early and set up everything they set up. How much money are they making? I don't know. But some parks give us half price, some give it free, some may be full price, but no matter the price, the concession stand workers, they should be respected by us. As umpires, when we walk onto the facility, we are serving everyone who's there. We are servants. We're not kings. We're not princesses. We're not the boss of anything. We are servants. And so everywhere we go, we're polite to people. We're kind to people. We're respectful to people. It's really important in our culture. Last thing I want to ask you to do is take care of your assigner. Now, if you're with us, I'm the assigner. And it's not a selfish thing. It's just that for me to best take care of you, I need you to take care of me. And there's some simple ways that you can do this. The number one way to take care of your assigner is not contact your assigner on game day. There's a couple reasons for that. One is your game day is probably my game day. And so while I'm in the parking lot putting on my shin guards, I got to get ready for a game. That's not the best time to get a phone call or text message saying, so where is my field at? You know, the day before is a great time for that question. If you're new to a park and you don't know where you're going, the day before is a great time for that question. If you contact your partner, you probably get those questions answered themselves. Now, I like to say I'm a nice guy. I really try to be a nice guy to the best of my ability. But I tell you, it really pulls on me when I get a lot of questions on game day because I'm umpiring too. I have to. This assigning thing, listen, I can't take a vacation to Hawaii because I assign. I might be able to take my wife to a deli in Catoosa, but that's about it. So to take care of your assigner, try to not need to communicate on game day. If an emergency comes up, absolutely contact. If you're in the game and there's a question, how do we rule on this? Call, text, absolutely. But try to stay off of contacting on game days. It's critical. Also, let's say I have a situation where someone calls me 10 minutes before their game and they say, hey, I called my partner and he said he's not umpiring tonight. Well, I'm like, well, that's a great time to tell me 10 minutes before the game. If you call your partner the night before and he says, I'm not umpiring tomorrow. And then the other umpire calls me and says, hey, Tommy's not umpiring tomorrow. Well, now I have time to deal with it. So if you can stay away from contacting me on game day, it's really a good thing. Do it the day before. On the topic of assigners, I work closely with a number of assigners for two reasons. One is to take care of all the tournaments happening. The other is so that we help umpires. Here's what I recommend. Have a home ballpark that you work for. Have a home assigner that you work for. Take care of that park first. Take care of that assigner first. And then I promise you, I don't know any assigners that wouldn't do this. They are happy for you to go somewhere else when that park is taken care of. All of my guys, I promise you, I got no tournament this weekend. I am more than happy. I'm going to send their information on to other assigners. We're going to get them hooked up with games somewhere to the best of our ability. But have a home assigner. It can be a huge problem when an umpire reaches out to multiple assigners and says, hey, I can work this weekend. And then you have, let's say, two assigners that are feverishly working for hours to get a schedule done for the weekend. On Wednesday, I think I've got the tournament taken care of. This other guy in Timbuktu, he thinks he has his tournament taken care of. And then we send the schedule out, and on Thursday we find out that Pete, some umpire, has got himself signed up in two different tournaments. And now someone is getting the bad end of that deal. Just communicate. If you just be honest and open with an assigner. Contact your home assigner and say, hey, you got something for me this weekend? This is what I'm looking for. And your assigner is going to say, yep, you're in. Or they're going to say, you know what? I don't have a tournament. Why don't you contact so-and-so? Trust me, you will get your games. But have a home ballpark you take care of first. That home assigner, take care of them first. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of give the culture of who we are, what we do. Glad to have you on board. We need good guys out there taking care of the community with us and serving the game. And so thanks for watching this. And I hope to meet you soon at a ballpark.